Hi, Linda Bowen here from stampingwithlinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. It's Tuesday and Fancy Fold, and I have seen this fold several times by other demonstrators, and not until my team member Lee sent me this card for a recent challenge with cutting information did I understand how to get these neat little diagonal cuts so that they match. So here is Lee's card that she submitted, and today I'm going to share how easy it is to make this accordion fold. Now I am using the Lily Pond Lane Designer Series paper and the Charming Duck Pond bundle. Now I already took the dies and have die cut two of the cattails. I just fancy cut out of the Designer Series paper a duck. And then I have my Designer Series paper already cut. This one measures 3 3/8 by 2 3/4. This one is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I have the same size in a white piece. And then I have a piece of the Designer Series paper in 4 5 1/4. Now all these measurements and more details will be over on my blog, stampingwithlinda.com, along with more different Designer Series paper using this fold. The cool thing is you take an 8 1/2 by 11 sheet of cardstock, and when you cut it, you get enough for 2 cards. So you want to mark on the 8 1/2 inch side, 3-inch mark from the bottom. Make sure that it's nice and straight. So I'm just going to do a little pencil mark there, and then I'm going to do a 90-degree and go to the other side, and again 3 inches. Make a mark, and next I am going to cut from dot to dot. If I can find my dot, there it is. So I'm just going to line those dots up in my trimmer rail and make sure both the top and the bottom are even, and then I'm just going to cut. Like I say, then I have 2 pieces of the same color paper to use for another card using this Designer Series paper. Next, what I'm going to do, I like flipping this over so that the flat edge is up against my paper trimmer, and we are going to score it at 4 1/4 and then at 8. So we've got my score lines. Going to bring in my bone folder to make sure those lines are nice and crisp. And we're going to start with our largest piece. This goes on the back, and what you want is your paper that you want up front to be facing up. We're going to put it in let's see, I've got that measured wrong. Let me see, I think this paper is the wrong size, so let's go ahead and make sure. I think I've got it too long. No, it's 5 1/4, which is right by 4. Okay, we got it. So we're just going to line it up with the corner of the paper up here. And then we're going to make a pencil mark where the angle is down here so that we can cut. We're going to grab that trimmer. Again, put the tip of the paper in our channel and our pencil mark down at the bottom, and we're going to cut. And that is going to give us the exact angle of our paper. Going to grab my adhesive. And place that in front of my card. Now I'm going to turn the card over like this because we want our next piece of Designer Series paper in the inside. Again, lining it up with the tip at the top, a pencil mark at the side, trimmer, and cut at that angle. Love that the Designer Series paper has a nice print on one side, but then a complementary print on the other side. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to bring that smaller piece of Designer Series paper. This was a 3/8 by 3 1/4. Oops, let's go ahead and adhere that to the inside. Inside, or basically the back side. But like I said, I always looked at these cards and thought, how do you get that angle so perfect? Just simply by lining it up. So we've got this side. Now we're going to bring this paper in. We're going to put it up on the corner. Make sure it's lined on the side. Make our mark. And then we are going to cut at an angle, pencil mark, corner. And we'll go ahead and adhere that to the front. Like I said, check out my blog, stampingwithlinda.com, and my Facebook page, because I'm going to be sharing lots of other Designer Series paper using the same exact fold. Just so love this. Let me see if we can get this on straight. There we go. Next, what we're going to do, like I said, I already did the cattails. I'm going to grab my multi-purpose glue. I used my Stampin' Blends in the Granny Apple, Pretty Peacock, Pretty in Pink, and Peach Pie to do my cattails. So we're just going to place that right about there. Next, what we're going to do is grab dimensionals. The ducks I actually cut right out of the Designer Series paper. Move those dimensionals. Put our ducks right about there. Then we're going to go into the inside, take our piece of Whisper White, do the same cutting, marking at the angle, making sure that it's nice and straight. And we will cut that angle. Like I said, very intimidating card until you know how it is cut. So again, a shout out to my team member, Lee. She's from Menor, Ohio. Stamp with Lee is her blog. So there we have that. I'm gonna grab my Pretty in Peacock ink pad and use, oops, just got a nice gob of ink on my hands, and we're going to stamp with a stamp set. Again, this is from Charming Duck Pond. It says, "Have a lovely day." Oops, you know what? I want to add, I did another one of those cattails. I wanted to add that to the inside. Almost forgot. So again, I'm going to grab my multi-purpose glue. And just add that to the inside of my card to kind of finish out the design. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.